Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished member of the conference panel, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Engineer Mohammed from Bayero University, Kano, here to present a paper titled Exploratory Use of Agricultural Waste for Environmental Cleansing, a review on concrete. Agricultural waste refers to a waste produced from agricultural operation, including waste from farm, poultry houses, and slaughterhouses. Such products include rice husk, locust bean pod, millet husk, corn cob, etc. Agricultural waste can be very useful when utilized in concrete production. Cement is an important ingredient in concrete. They are produced in large quantity, as shown in plate 1 and plate 2 respectively. Global emission of carbon dioxide during cement production is approximately 2.4% of emission from industrial and energy sources. In addition, the emission of carbon dioxide constitutes greater threat to the ozone layer. Despite the number of lives affected by emission of carbon dioxide, production of cement is unaffected. However, gas emission during cement production can be reduced by utilization of pozzolanic material as partial replacement of cement in concrete. In addition, to reduce the high cost of cement in order to provide accommodation for the populace, intensify research into the use of some locally available material that could be used as partial replacement of cement in civil engineering and building works. Supplementary cementitious material have been proven to be effective in meeting most of the requirements of durable concrete, and blended cement are now used in many parts of the world. ESTM defines pozzolana as a siliceous or siliceous and aluminous material, which in itself possesses little or no cementing property, but will, in a finely divided form and in the presence of moisture, chemically react with calcium hydroxide at ordinary temperature to form compound possessing cementitious property. Established pozzolanas from agricultural waste such as rice husk ash, millet husk ash, Cob Ash, etc. have been utilized as partial replacement of cement in production of concrete. Hence, this called for the need to reduce the huge quantity of agricultural waste by utilizing them in concrete in order to reduce high cost of cement emission of carbon dioxide and to keep environment safe. Sourcing and method of processing agricultural waste into useful material for concrete production. Agricultural waste can be converted to useful material for concrete production. Some of the properties lacking in cement for concrete, as shown in table 1, can be improved by addition of ashes from the agricultural waste. The ashes could be added to the cement or concrete in order to improve a variety of properties, especially consistency, setting time, compressive strength, durability, and bond strength. Here is table 1. You can see some of the pozzolanic material considered in this literature, in this review. Rice husk ash. Rice husk ash is an agricultural residue which accounts for 20% of the weight of rice produced annually worldwide. Rice husk ash has been reported to be a good pozzolana by several researchers, among which include the finding of Nair et al. Rice husk ash is burned at 500 to 700 degrees centigrade for more than 12 hours to produce ashes with high reactivity with no significant amount of crystalline material. Now, with this bulk production, bulk stock of rice husks dumped in the site, causing environmental pollution. Can't we think of assisting this farmer in utilizing this farm to earn more income? Look at, as shown in plate 4, rice husk has been burned, and as a result causing effect to our land, which is not even adequate for use for farm production. All the important organic matter, nutrients, and other things are being burned as a result of the heat during the burning of the rice husk ash. This is totally bad, and that is the reason why there's a need to encourage the use of this material in concrete so as to prevent this environmental pollution and destruction. With this bulky harvest of millet by farmer, about 29.87 tons per year, and with about 40% of the weight of the millet removed as the husk from the stock harvested, have we thought of assisting the farmers to earn more income from the waste they generated? Do we allow them to litter our environment with the waste? The cob are being dumped in the farmland. Maybe before the rainy season will start, it will be burnt to ashes, and this will also cause destruction to the land and environment, which will end up resulting in environmental pollution. Locust bean pod are rapidly available as a waste products of agricultural processing of the locust beans fruit during the harvest season. Locust beans are cultivated in many parts of Africa. In northern Nigeria, annual production of locust bean seed is estimated at around 200,000 tons. The pod make up 39% of the weight of the fruit, while the mealy yellowish pulp and the seed make up 61%. The heap of the locust beans pod were allowed to dry and burn to ashes at a temperature 500 to 700 degrees. Now you can see how the locust pod has been processed. The pod are removed and dumped without use by the locals. All they are interested is at the seed, as shown in plate 11, that is being used in production of for food. Granule shell ash. The partial replacement of cement with granule shell ash in concrete production is a welcome development, especially in Nigeria. Granule shell is an agricultural waste obtained from milling of groundnut. Nigeria contributes about 7% of the world groundnut production, which makes Nigeria the third largest producer of groundnut in the world. The research by Olutoge et al. And others shows that granule shell ash contains some amount of oxide found in both pozzolana and ordinary Portland cement. In conclusion, based on this review, the following conclusion can be made about the use of agricultural waste in concrete. The ashes from the agricultural waste are produced at a temperature ranges between 500 to 700 degrees. The result of the review on the oxide composition of the ashes from agricultural waste satisfy the requirement for use as a pozzolana according to ASTM. The ashes from agricultural waste can be used to improve the consistency and setting time of a cement. The compressive strength, splitting tensile strength, and flexural strength can be improved by employing up to 10% rice husk ash, millet husk ash, and Cob ash as a replacement in a cement. Locust bean pod and granule shell ash decreases the strength property of concrete with increase in its content. However, the strength property of the concrete with inclusion of granule shell ash can be improved with addition of rice husk ash. The ash from the agricultural waste can be used to improve durability of a concrete. The ashes from the agricultural waste can be used to reduce the water absorption of the concrete. Based on the review made, ashes from agricultural waste could be recommended for use as a delay agent in cement setting time, strength and durability improvement in concrete, and hence utilizing the ashes from agricultural waste product not only improve performance of the ashes in cement and concrete, but also serve as a means of environmental cleansing and carbon dioxide reduction. Thank you for listening.